The first episode of the drama unfolds to the accompaniment of torrential rain drumming on the streets. On a gloomy day, a figure enters a quiet coffee shop. It's a guy with a suitcase in his hands and his head down. Yoon-shi, who works part-time here, greets him at the counter. But the real shock for him is the moment when a stranger takes off his hood. In front of him is Ji Yong, his girlfriend. To understand this incredible situation, let's go back in time and find out. How did this unusual couple get to this point? Yoon-shi, who is passionate about astronomy, shares his passion for space with Ji Yong, who literally blossoms when he gives her flowers. They seem like the perfect couple, although Yoon-shi, being a perfectionist, plans every detail of their trip together, including a strict bedtime at 21:00. Ji Hoon lives with her sister Jae, who is passionate about tarot cards. Her sister pulls out a lover's card for her, and Yuri's friend teases, hinting that a night trip could be more than just stargazing, and hands Ji Yong a condom offering to protect your body. But Jaehyun has a much bigger problem. She wakes up and finds herself in a man's body. It seems funny at first, but it soon turns into a real nightmare, especially when my sister finds out about it. Who is immediately charmed by a handsome man who suddenly appears. Trying to ignore the incestuous hints, the sister soon realizes that Ji Yong is in front of her in male form, thanks to the identical genetic tattoos. After an awkward incident in the bathroom, where Ji Yong is trying to cope with her new body, she wonders what to do with Yoon-shi. The guy, worried about her silence, comes to her house with flowers and gifts, but Ji Yong hides from him, not knowing how to explain everything. Gathering her courage, she comes to Yoon-shi. Naturally, he doesn't believe a single word, even though she remembers all the details of their relationship. In desperation, Yoon-shi slaps her, demanding to know what she did to his girlfriend. The decisive factor is the identical tattoos, which according to the sisters are inherited. It turns out that their mother also suffered from a similar disease, although they are not sure if this is a joke or the truth. Yoon-shi needs time to think about everything. But in the epilogue, we learn that Yoon-shi realized that it was really Ji Yong in front of him when she begged him not to leave her. He decides to support her and even shows her how to shave properly so as not to damage her skin. The sisters learn more about the hereditary disease that their family suffers from. At work, Yoon-jae shows a photo of Ji Yong to his colleague Min-hyuk, who immediately liked her in male form. Meanwhile, Ji Yeon forgets about her friend's birthday and comes late at night to apologize and congratulate her. A friend is stunned by the sight of a handsome guy and begins to speculate about who he is and what he is doing at her house. Ji Yeon gives her a secret password and answers all questions about their friendship, convincing her friend that it's her. Her friend starts flirting with Ji Yong and even suggests dating her if things don't work out with Yoon-shi. But this does not solve the problem, because Ji Yong misses her boyfriend, who does not respond to her messages and avoids communication. The situation gets even more complicated when Young-shi's sister also falls in love with Jin. Then he realizes that they need to try to solve the problem before it gets even more confusing. The characters decide to create a new image and name for Jaehyun. Yoon-shi's colleague Min-hyuk asks Ji Yong out on a date. And they have a nice time together. To hide his embarrassment, Jaehyun overdoses with alcohol and loses consciousness. Upon learning of this, Yoon Jae rushes to Min-hyuk, fearing the worst. But Min-hyuk, who opened the door topless, assures him that nothing happened between them. He explains that he couldn't have done that considering that Ji Yong, being drunk, constantly repeated Yoon-shi's name and eventually fell asleep. Yoon-shi wakes up in the morning and sees that Ji Yong has become a girl again. Now that Ji Yeon has returned to her body, the viewer can't wait to find out what caused this transformation. It's unclear how this works, and we'll have to wait for the next episodes. Teetering on the edge between romantic comedy and same-sex love, the drama promises to be exciting. It is unknown if she will go too far in this area, but for now it is quite enough to spark curiosity. The supporting characters seem funny, and there are echoes of a promising story in the series, but we can only wait and see what happens next. Good luck to all and bye-bye.